This single developer makes over $3 million every single year, with no employees, no investors, and no office, and with one of the oldest tech stacks in the industry, PHP and jQuery. This is just one guy shipping products from his laptop in rapid succession. And the craziest part of the whole story is that his biggest startup was launched by mistake. This is the true story of Pieter Levels, the man who has become the face of indie founders. Before 2013, Pieter Levels was not a tech entrepreneur. He wasn't even a developer. He studied music production at the Conservatorium van Amsterdam and worked as a music producer and a DJ under various aliases. But despite his success in the music industry, Pieter still felt unfulfilled. So in 2013, he sold all his belongings, left the Netherlands, and embarked on a journey to become a digital nomad. During that time, he visited Bali, Bangkok, and Singapore. By 2014, Pieter was running out of cash and he needed to generate money quickly. So he returned to Netherlands, but this time with a very different vision. And the vision was a very simple but a focused one. He was going to build 12 startups in 12 months. His belief was that at least one of these startups would succeed and it would be able to pay his bills in a short time. His strategy was also very simple. He would put out as many ideas as possible within a short time and then identify the ideas that actually attract and retain customers. And those were the ideas that he would spend his future working on. So at first, he built a product called Play My Inbox, a web app that collects the music you have in your inbox and plays it in a visual music player. This product did not grow as much as expected, but Pieter still runs the product till today, probably as a historical reference. So he launched Go Effing Do It, a website that forces you to reach your goals by a certain deadline. And if you did not make your goal by that deadline, then the website will charge your card as punishment for failing to achieve your goals. That startup did not take off either, so Pieter moved to his third startup named Tubelytics. Tubelytics is a real-time analytics dashboard SaaS for YouTube publishers and major media brands. It lets you instantly track hundreds of channels, videos, and networks. Tubelytics didn't really take off, even though there are competitors today that are actually blooming. So after building 3 products that got no traction, Pieter decided to take a completely different approach on the fourth product. On the 24th of June 2014, he posted a spreadsheet on Twitter asking the community to help him build a definitive list of locations for digital nomads and remote workers. And to his surprise, people did not just fill the spreadsheet with data, they also added columns that he had not even thought of. Information like levels of safety of an area and the density of coffee shops around the area were added. Pieter wanted to evaluate 2 things with this approach. First, he wanted to know if this is a product that people actually want. And secondly, he wanted to know if people would actively contribute data to the platform. And these responses were more than enough validation for his idea. So he set out to build a website, taking visual clues from Product Hut's clean and minimal look. On the 29th of July 2014, which was just about a month after Pieter had posted the spreadsheet for community contribution, Pieter had finished building an MVP of his new website. But he was not ready to ship it to customers just yet. So he rebooted his Linux server, but forgot that he had added the nginx config file that would allow the website to go live. So the website went live and he did not even know. Then something unexpected happened. People from all over the world had quietly started using the website, and all of this was happening without his knowledge. A happy user named Emil Johnson posted Nomad List on Product Hunt. And after 5 days of partying with friends in the club, when Pieter came back to continue working on his website, first he was shocked to see that Nomad List was already live. So he went ahead to post it on Hacker News, and it also went straight to number 1. Now at this time, Hacker News had 4 times more audience than Product Hunt. So as a direct consequence of the success of Nomad List on Hacker News, Nomad List received over 100,000 visits within just 2 weeks. This helped to push the product to success even faster. Today, Nomads.com, as it is now called, generates over $17,000 every single month and receives over 20,000 visits monthly. A few days after Nomad List blew up on Hacker News, Matt, the founder of Automatic, reached out to Pieter. Matt was looking to hire remote workers and he wanted to know if Pieter was open to advertising the vacancies on Nomad List. Now for context, Automatic is the company that makes WordPress. So this was really a big deal for Pieter. So they struck a deal on the advertisement, and that deal instantly made Nomad List a profitable website. So after multiple suggestions from Nomad List users and friends, Peter decided to build a job listing board into Nomad List. This job listing board is what he later turned into Remote OK, his next startup. Remote OK is a daily aggregator that uses sentiment analysis to determine whether a job is a remote job or not. If the job is a remote job, it will be listed on the site. Remote OK also went on to become a Product Hunt #1 product of the day. It currently generates $41,000 per month for Peter and receives over 100,000 visits every single month. In 2022, Stability AI launched Stable Diffusion, and Peter was fascinated with this technology. After tinkering with it for a while, he created a website called This House Does Not Exist, where people could generate an unending number of photos of houses. And even though it was quite impressive, people got bored very quickly because it was just a vibes and fun project. But Peter knew that the traction and impact of AI on customers was tangible, and it could be used to build a real product that serves users. So he used the same technology to build a product he called Interior AI. This product allows customers to upload a photo of a space and get interior design suggestions very quickly. Interior AI quickly took off and generated between $10,000 to $20,000 within the first month. Today, Interior AI makes $42,000 every single month and receives about 9,000 visits every month. But that was just the beginning of Peter's walk into the AI space. Because not long after launching Interior AI, Peter was trying to fine-tune the model that he was using so that it could produce better designs. And once again, he mistakenly adds pictures of himself. Now, he expects the AI to be unable to generate the image of a human, but to his surprise, it did generate his picture, and it was amazing. Now, being the prudent businessman that he is, Peter quickly built a website called AvatarAI.me, where users could submit their pictures and it would generate an avatar of them. Avatar AI quickly generated $150,000 within a few weeks. It was even copied by some VC startup that went on to make over $30 million. But just like the website before it, AvatarAI.me also seemed too playful. It was all about vibes and had no real application. But Peter knew that customers would get over the vibes before long, so he was looking for something that actually served a purpose beyond fun. So he decided to experiment with a product that could have actual application. And that was when he built Photo AI. Now, Photo AI utilized the same principles as Avatar AI, except that it was actually very useful. People used it to create headshots for their CVs, for LinkedIn, and for many other documents. Fashion designers and models used it to win deals, and businesses used it to generate user-generated content. Today, Photo AI generates over $105,000 every single month and receives about 50,000 visits every month. Besides these businesses we have listed, Peter also has a few other websites that generate significant income for him. For instance, Peter.com generates $63,000 every single month. IdeasAI.com generates $22,000 every single month, and LevelsIO.com generates $14,000 every month. Today, Pieter Levels runs his entire portfolio alone. No employees, no venture capital, no office. Just one developer shipping products continuously using PHP and jQuery, the most ridiculed programming language and framework on the internet. Across Nomad List, Remote OK, Photo AI, Interior AI, and other products, Peter generates roughly $3 million every single year in revenue as a solo founder. And his strategy is brutally simple. Build fast, launch early, charge money, and follow traction. And most importantly, you don't need a big team to build a big business. You just need to build something people actually want. And the best way to know what people actually want is to put it in their faces. Talking about putting things in people's faces, there is this other developer who generated over $30 million ARR by putting his app in people's faces. Check him out on the video that is showing on your screen. Cheers.